Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Whew, hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC as we returned. We returned here with as we're halfway through the broadcast. We're halfway through the OSC Elite Rising Star 19 day number 4. Yeah. We just wrapped up with 4 best of 3s, and now we have 3 matches remaining. Up next is going to be a TvZ matchup between MilkiCow and MiniZerg. Let's go. Let us go. We have our TvZ. We're going to be jumping into the Old Republic. Just as a heads up, we have 3 matches left here tonight. It's going to be MilkiCow versus MiniZerg, Fiant versus Defiance, and Hydra versus Ducklings. Let's go. Let us go. This morning in the top right-hand corner of the Old Republic, we have the Ukrainian Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Hokago T-Team. It is MiniZergUA. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the blue Terran player, himself, representing 3D Clan. It is MilkiCow. I'll fix his name up. Un momento, papi, un momento. Hold on. Huh. SMH my head. As we set up our player names, here we go. Beautiful. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chats. Coming into this, I would say that MilkiCow, of course, he is the veteran here. He's the more veteran player. He has a lot of experience. He is one of the top Terran players in the event itself. At the same time, MiniZerg, he is a younger, up-and-coming player. He's much younger here, much newer here to this level of play as well. And MiniZerg, he has a lot of potential as a player. That is true. I want to see him go far, but I don't really know if he's at the level yet of contending against MilkiCow. But we're here to find out. We're here to experience this matchup together. Let's go. For now, we have our initial hatch gas pool. Standard opener at MiniZerg. Likewise, MilkiCow going for a standard opener as well. When it comes to MilkiCow's play, he's typically a lot more aggressive and unorthodox. We do often see him going for, say, mech, for example. Like, mech is something that I do expect to see at some point in this series. Going for earlier timing attacks, going for earlier all-ins and aggression, going for cheese. MilkiCow can be very dynamic and very aggressive and very difficult to keep up with. It's going to be a challenge to overcome. We'll see how MiniZerg will pull this off. At the same time, MiniZerg, he's a little more standard in his play. Hatcher got spool into a third base into the mid game is what we expect. We'll see if MiniZerg does go for a Roach Heavy style or for a Ling Bane style instead in the mid game. As I haven't been seeing too much of MiniZerg's TvZ. Not too much. For now, claiming his third. Saturating his bases. Likewise, standard follow-up so far out of MilkiCow. And from here, we're waiting for the third CC. We're waiting for the third command center. If not, earlier tech. Overlord is going to be denied. And we have the money for it. There it is. Third TC. Okay, so we have an economic build here by MilkiCow going for a third TC before Starport. Standard build out of our Terran player. Meanwhile, MiniZerg going for his own third expansion as well. And joining. Joining, saturating, pulling out of gas. No early shenanigans from either player. And welcome to the Old Republic. The Old Republic is a larger map of the map pool. I would say, though, it has an accessible 4th and 3rd location, though. So I would say that aggression can be favored on this map as we're going for a second Rax. Oh, 3cc 211. Okay. This is going to be leading into an earlier stim timing. I say earlier, it's going to hit later because of the faster 3rd CC. It's going to be hitting at around 6 minutes. At around 6 minutes, like 5:30 to 6 minutes. Is when this does hit. This can be quite hard. This can hit quite hard, of course, as it's going to be hitting with stim. So stim, mass marine, mass bio into medevac support is the goal for MilkiCow. And so far, MiniZerg is in the dark. Remember, the Overlord has been denied. The Overlord is hidden here outside of the natural, barely standing, barely alive. Oh. So MiniZerg has no idea what the follow-up is. It does spot the Hellions, so in MiniZerg's mind, it could be a 1-1-1. Is still not certain. Now the scary thing here is that against a 1-1-1 variation, whether it's 3cc into Banshee or just straight up 1-1-1 instead, usually you can get away with just Queen Ling defense, but against a 2-1-1 timing against an earlier stim attack, then you do need additional queens. You do ideally need to invest harder into your Ling count. Now the first Hellion does get caught. Ooh, nice catch. Picking up a Hellion. A Ling's going to be zoned away. We now do go for the add-on swap here. No more Hellions going into mass marine production. There's only 3 Hellions standing. Oh. And it is going to be a Baneland out of MiniZerg, not Roaches. So he's going into Ling Bane. Going for the earlier layer. Delayed Evo Chambers out of our Zerg player. Delayed Chambers, late upgrades. Doesn't quite get the tumor. Not quite. MilkiCow pulling away. And it's almost time to move out. Again, we're just waiting for those medevacs. As I mentioned, this does hit around 6 minutes. Almost there. And if MiniZerg is joining up too much, then he's going to be in trouble here. So far, he's getting up to 3 base saturation. How many queens? So far, 6. That's an okay queen count. We're hoping for at least 8 queens. 6 queens is going to be... It's going to be clutch. It's going to be clutch here. As MiniZerg is taking his 4th base. Meanwhile, thank you so much. Big shout out to Kybrits in the chat. God, thank you so much for subscribing for 19 months on a 13-month streak. Thank you so much. God, we appreciate the support. Hope you enjoy the content, the casting of the StarCraft. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. That's a lot of months, baby. It's a lot of months. As here comes a move out. MilkiCow does not push with his Hellions, bear that in mind. Interesting. So the Marines does get 1. He gets 1, he gets 2 queens. Massive pink-offs. 2 queens do go down. Can we get a 3rd? Does threaten that queen. Lings are amassing, but already nice value here with the initial 2-on-1. Gets into the mineral line, does focus fire the drones, and gets 5 drone kills. Insane target firing there out of MilkiCow. And so far, this has been worth it. 2 queens and 6 drones for how many Marines? 0. Jesus, not a single Marine went down, so hyper efficiency here by MilkiCow. Again, if MilkiCow had pushed with everything, including reinforcing Marines and with Hellions, there's a world where MilkiCow breaks. Where he breaks MiniZerg. 100%. There's a world where that happens, but he was a little bit afraid of a counterattack. The reason why Hellions stayed at home was because he was worried about a run by. So more reserved play here from MilkiCow, more conservative. Despite that, still getting value, still getting damage at the same time. Thank you so much to Mr. Yates, subscribing with subscribe for the first time. Oh my god. Thank you so much for subscribing. We appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the content, the casting, the StarCraft, the emotes, and if you wish, you can join our Discord. You can join our Discord server as we do give out replay packs to our subscribers. A lot of replays, Pappy. So if you want them replays, we got you covered. Otherwise, thank you, Pappy. Thank you. We appreciate it. Este, Mr. Yates. Senor Yates. Oh. Ooh. So far, that's kiting. Ling's going to be going down. We have a double drop coming in towards the 3rd base. And MiniZerg is just being torn apart. Yeah, momentum heavily in favor of our Terran player. Ling Bane is keeping up with one of the double drops as we drop back into the main. MilkiCow, he does rotate over towards the northern 4th base. And MiniZerg, he is trying to keep up. So far, so good. Oh, 1 medevac goes down. Getting up to 2, losing all the Marines. Yes, a messy play here by MilkiCow. Dust him in. Oh, doesn't waste the mine shots. Oh, Lings, they just get thrown away. The Banelings, we connect. Oh my god. Yeah, wouldn't mind they go off. They connect with the Banelings, but it looks like MiniZerg, he does have enough. He is still holding. Yeah, he's holding on for a time here, but he's running out of Banelings. There's only 1 Baneling left. And I started finding by MilkiZerg. The names just blending together with MilkiCow. Nice counter attack here by our Zerg player. Does hit the mineral line. 4 CVs will distract the Terran. Does distract. The MilkiCow still being active. Oh, the MiniCow. The MilkiZerg. Oh, God. As MiniZerg, he is stabilizing somewhat here. The aggression is subsiding. And we're calming things down. We still have a lot of joining to do here. We're just getting up to 75. Hive is done. Ultras on the horizon. Can we get to Ultras? Can MiniZerg make it? If the game slows down enough, we can. Oh, nice retargeting. Oh, Maestro goes off. No major connection. Nice splits out of our Zerg player. We have more momentum here. We have more pushing towards the top side. And the goal is to break the Zerg player before Ultras. As I believe we 8-raxing. As we are. Yeah, no gases. No gases here at the third base. We are going for the A-Rack, so hyper aggression here from MiniZerg. Basically, purely marine mine. Pure marine mines and medevacs. There's no transition into Marauders or into an Academy, into Ghosts. Mine just going off, and better connections. Marines are lifted. But again, MilkiCow may not have enough here. He does have some nice target firing on the Banelings, but he's failing to break through. He's not getting any economic damage. That's what's important here. No economic damage yet. Ultra production has begun. MiniZerg is keeping up. And now we're forcing Marauders. Yeah, Marauder production has begun. MilkiCow getting his own fourth base. Now a fifth CC is on the way. We haven't seen workers go down in quite some time. MiniZerg is holding. I say that here comes the main army. Yeah, here comes the main push. It does scan, does confirm the Ultras. Ultras have arrived, but they're on their own. Oof. Yeah, the Ultras are on their own. Dragged through the minefield. They will still defend though. Oh my god, some Marines go down. At the same time, Lings, they hit the third. And MilkiCow's being torn apart. He's being torn apart here. The Ultras, they defend. The Lings, they counterattack. 11 SCV kills. Cleaning up the depots. And MilkiCow turns around. Yeah, he does turn back around. Fails to be aggressive, and he fails to break the Zerg player. Again, MiniZerg, he's got his Ultras. Kindness fighting is done. The Rambis, they continue. Gets into the natural. Distracting MilkiCow. He does turn everything around for a moment. And turns around. This thing Rambai won't achieve too much damage, actually. It's going to be a bit of a waste, but it does buy time. Buys time for the Ultras. And now we're collapsing in, looking for the surround. Tries to lock down the army. Nice stepping here out of our Terran. Steps back. But again, he has no good answer for the Ultras. The Ghost Academy just now finishing. And the Academy just finished. We have Infestors now on the way. MiniZerg, he's perfecting his army. And MilkiCow is still being hyper aggressive. He's still on a bit of a timer. He's on a timer here. Oh. Decent mine shots. Catching on more Zerglings. And you can see the desperation by MilkiCow. He does get the expansion though. Kills the hatchery. It gets a base, keeps dropping. Now this is one advantage that MilkiCow has, is his mobility. As he takes down 2 bases. Oh my god. Yeah, massive pickup. So we do fungal the army. That's going to be 1. 2 infestors going down. Expensive losses there for MiniZerg. Drop into the main base. At the same time, 17 SCV kills. We're getting messy. We're getting very, very messy here. Might even kill the CC. And he does. Yeah, he gets a kill. No lift. We're getting chaotic. The drop behind the mineral lander. This is getting out of hand. Yeah, this is getting out of hand here at Queens. They try to defend. We need Zerglings here, though. Yeah, MiniZerg, he fails to put up his army. He will lose every single queen. Yeah, that's what, 4 or 5 queens going down. But across the map, 25 SCV kills. That's crazy. 26. 27. 27 SCVs. MiniZerg, he still has an economy, has all spaces, don't get me wrong. Hatcheries have been going down, but he still has the drone cannon, he still has the Ultra, still has the Infestors. He's coming. He's pushing in. Ooh, nice snipes. Fungal does land, denies any more snipes. Planetary goes down, and MiniZerg is snowballing out of control. He breaks through the main army. Takes down 48 SCVs, there's no economy left. Again, we get some decent snipes, but there's nothing else behind this. Yeah, there's no workers, there's no mining. MiniZerg still reinforcing. The bases are getting back up and running. Oh no, it's gonna burn it. No, the CC. Barely saved. Yeah, barely saved by the SCV. MilkiCow, he does have a couple of ghosts here and he has potential, of course, but the economy isn't there. Oof. Another fungal lands, collapsing on the Marauders. Ghosts, they try to get away. Another fungal, the ghosts are going down. Heavy losses here for MilkiCow. Oof. Losing more ghosts. The bases are back and they're fully operational. And MiniZerg has done it. As I mentioned before, MiniZerg is a very young player. He's a younger up-and-comer. I want to say he's 19. I know he's older than... No. He might be 21. I know he's older than Shameless. I know that. Older than Shameless. Shameless is 19. But MiniZerg, he only hit this level of play this year, right? It was only this year that he got up to like, 6K. And with that, he's just stabilizing, claiming a 5th base, 76 workers, building up more ultras, more infestors. We got a couple of corruptors on the way. I was going to say earlier, we were kind of like mid points as we were discussing it, that the big downside of MiniZerg is his lack of anti-air, because that drop play was very successful. The drops, they were getting damage done, they were forcing some mistakes out of MiniZerg, but it still was not enough. And now we have some anti-air, now we have corruptors to deal with those drops, to handle the medevacs. So the one advantage that MilkiCow had isn't quite there anymore. Isn't quite there. Thanks for AC2 streams. You're welcome, Papi. You're welcome. De nada, Papi. De nada. And again, you can see the momentum swing in favor of MiniZerg once he got his ultras out. Up until that moment, it was on MilkiCow to break MiniZerg early on, and he was getting value, that's true, but he wasn't getting into the bases. He wasn't crippling the economy. It's nice popping up. Nice, very nice EMP on the infestors. Crazy EMP. Again, the control is good, but the army supply just is not there. As ultras, they still break through. We have Lings trickling in as well. Nice snipes here, catching out 2 more ultras again, like the control. MilkiCow, he's controlling and fighting as best he can with his army. He's being hyper efficient, but what about the economy? What about the bases? As we have more reinforcements coming in, another fungal. GG gets called, and MiniZerg, he will take game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. MiniZerg with the upset here. He does take a map, he does take a game, and can he claim this series? Can he go all the way here? Again, momentum in favor of our Zerg player. We'll see if MilkiCow can bring it back. As we're loading into game 2, going to be loading into Tourmaline. Now, I'm a little bit surprised with how MilkiCow decided to play on the Old Republic. I mentioned earlier that MilkiCow is usually much more aggressive. I'm thinking of mech, I'm thinking of all-ins, I'm thinking of straight up 2-on-1s. We'll see if we can brace that here. God damn. Un momento. So I'm just setting up our player. Beautiful. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Tourmaline, we have the Ukrainian Zerg player. We have the Red Zerg representing Hokago T-Team, leading the series 1-0. It is MiniZergUA. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the blue Terran player, himself representing 3D Clan. It is MilkiCow. Let's go. Let us go. So we are going to be settling into game number 2 here. Again, MiniZerg, he has momentum in the series. Once again, as I mentioned before, MiniZerg, he's a lot less experienced compared to these other players. He's very young. He's not newer to this level of play. I want to say he hit GM end of last year, right? I think it was end of last year, around November, December, where he did break into GM, and more recently has been hitting that more semi-pro level. So it's been slowly rising through the ranks, slowly getting better results. And again, especially against MilkiCow, a more veteran player of the scene, of the region, that's a big win so far for MiniZerg. Big win. For those who are curious, in the previous OSC Rising Star tournament, I believe MiniZerg got top 4. He got top 4. He eventually went down to Jumi. Jumi did bring MiniZerg down. That was in the bronze match. But I would say that, you know, Jumi is comparable to MilkiCow when it comes to level of play. Comparable. Different matchup, of course. True. Different matchup. So here we go. As from here, we're going for a standard opener. Just ranks expand into the factory here from MilkiCow. Likewise, MiniZerg going for his own hatch gas pool into link speed, but we are staying in gas. Hello. That is not normal. So we still have 2 workers mining gas. This is screaming either fast lair or fast roach horn. Technically, this can lead into a Bane bust, I suppose, but that's very niche in this matchup. It's very obscure. So we're expecting roaches or lair. I feel like if it was going to be roaches, we might have just skipped the link speed, though. We'll see. We'll see as we're still gathering more gas. Do we go for the nest? Do we go for the warren? Do we go for the lair? As we're still creeping up on 100 gas. Getting there. Meanwhile, it is going to be a 3rd CC before Starport. Once again, we have the same build here by MilkiCow, going for an economic opener. But wait, burrow? Wait, wait, what? And we're still mining gas, by the way. So we're rushing into gas, we're rushing into burrow of all things into roaches. Okay, now it's making a little bit more sense here. It is going to be a roach all in with burrow. Think of this kind of like Blink Stalkers, where that's how burrow functions. When a roach gets low on HP, you burrow the roach. Instead of blinking back with your stalkers, you burrow a roach, you keep it alive, the roach starts regenerating HP. Remember, the roach does regen when it's burrowed. And you can preserve the army, you can preserve the roaches as you all in. And then as they get up to like half HP, then you can unburrow them again and just keep the DPS going. So this is a spicy build here by MiniZerg. Now, what I will say is that thankfully for MilkiCow, he is going for Banshees. It is going to be 3 CC Banshees, still an economic build, but Banshees typically keep you safe against roach all-ins. They at least help. As is going to be Cloak Banshee. Bearing in mind that these Banshees are going to be able to rain down on the roaches without any care in the world. There's no anti-air for MiniZerg. That's why this is ideal against roach all-ins. There is also a world where the Banshees move out across the map and then the all-in hits the natural, where the Banshees could be out of position. MilkiCow does poke in, and he should check the mineral line. He does. Okay, does scout. He sees no drones whatsoever. And he spots the roaches, he knows. Yeah, he does spot the roaches. He's now aware of the all-in. We have roaches amassing. We have lings on the way as well. MiniZerg is completely all-in. He's already across the map. And MilkiCow, he has seconds to react. No bunker. No bunker with the low ground. Banshee does push forward. We'll catch a couple of roaches for free. Yeah, free damage, free DPS. But the all-in continues, keeps on going in. And again, there's only Hellions to defend. We'll pick off one of the roaches. But again, we're still rallying. Does burrow. We spoke about this. Yeah, he burrows the roaches. Does keep them alive. Oh my god. We have no scan, he muled. Yeah, we just muled as well. No scans available. Roaches, they just keep on pushing. They will not die. The burrow control, Pappy. They just keep burrowing. And Banshees, they do get one. Yeah, one roach finally falls. There's a scan. Mass on burrow. Roaches, they keep pushing. The second roach falls. But this is getting ahead. This is becoming too much here. He busts into the main base, busts into the mineral line. Boys are being pulled. Desperation here by MilkiCow. He's down to he's down to 2 Hellions. There's another scan. Yeah, there's that second scan here. And it looks like MilkiCow will defend. It looks like he will clean this up, but at a cost. Yeah, at a cost here. That's going to be 27 SCV kills. Another burrow. No scan available. Lings, they hit the mineral line. And we're still not done. We're still not done. Still critical damage. The roaches, they can unburrow again. They can unburrow. They will. They go on top of the Marauder. Marauder's focused down. Do we have another burrow? We do. Oh my god. He burrows again. But this is Turret. Turret's going to be finishing. Now we have permanent section in the main. Despite that, we're still getting more damage done. Still more SCV kills. And we're still rallying. We're still rallying at this point. And MilkiCow, he has been broken. Back at home, we just need spores. We just have to defend against the Banshees. As our only Banshees left. Cleaning up more depots. Roaches, they waddle into the main base. There is no wall. And MilkiCow is huffing some copium, Fappies. I mean, again, he's favored, right? He's favored in this series. He's favored in this matchup. MiniZerg, he's one of the newer, the next generation of players, Pappy. He breaks through, he busts in, takes down the middle line, 62 SCV kills, 64, 65. We're muling. No shot. We're gonna float everything. No shot. Are we gonna go for the Great Migration, Pappy? Raven is on the way for detection, and again, these Banshees are all that's left. Only 2 Banshees. Este MilkiCow. These Zoomers, Pappy. They be zooming. Back home, we have spores on the way. As I mentioned, that's all we need. Just get spores back at home, build up the queen count, a drone, saturate, and start building up as well. Because eventually the Banshees will technically counterattack eventually. Now, MilkiCow, he does have mules. True, he has triple CC, he has triple mule production. Mules are good, but they're not that good. They're not good. No shot. The copium is real, refusing to give up. Ah, no. As it cleans up all the Zerglings. MilkiCow might be a bit tilted here. I mean, again, like he's the veteran player, you know. Been around for a long time. Old man MilkiCow. Aye. Ah, no. As he now moves out across the map. He's got 2 Banshees, 1 Raven, and a Dream. Let's go. Hey, he does get a Queen. Oh, never mind. Transfuse. Transfuse is available. Saves the Queen. Zoning back MilkiCow. Behind this is making 3 SCVs at a time. He's muling his harder. He wants to try to macro out of this. He's crazy. And the correct thing to do is mutas. There we go. Spire's on the way for muta play. Mutas are ideal as they can hunt down the Banshees, and they can also chase down floating buildings. So you want your mutas. And you can see MilkiCow, he's killing drones. Like, he's getting damage. Like, he's... Here, take this. 4 drone kills. 5, 6. Let him play, Pappy. Let him play. 8, 9 drones. Again, in a standard game, this is critical damage, by the way. 10 drones. If only there was 3 bases mining, right? Like, if only there was 11 drones. 11 drones going down. Getting up to soon to be 12. Just 11 for now. And here come the mutas. And the mutas, they should end the game. Like, there's no way to recover from muta play. Not like this. Getting up to 14 drones. Raven does go down to the queens. And more Raven. I should also emphasize as well that one of the reasons why the Roacholin hits so hard as well is the map. Tourmaline is one of the smallest maps of the map pool, very short rush distance by ground, but also added to the aggression here from MiniZerg. Mutas they chase down the Banshees. Oh, we have Marines back at home. No shot. There's 1 Banshee left. Do you have an overseer? We do. I believe no. Yeah, there's no overlord speed, unfortunately. No speed. Banshee, get out of here, Pap. Get out of here. Down to 13 energy. Ah, no. No shot. Does it survive? It does. Cloak runs out. Mutas they back off. Overlord speed finally begins. That's been slowing MiniZerg down a little bit here. Now we have enough of a Marine count and Widowmine count where technically MilkiCow could defend against the mutas with mine shots. Nah, there's 15 mutas though. It's 15. And MiniZerg is just droning. He's just droning, saturating. 4th base is on the way. Droning up his 4th base. We have Baneling speed as well, getting to Ling Bane. Oh god, the Banshee survived? Wait, what? There we go. Does go down. Here comes the Mutaflux. The apocalypse of mutas. 18. Now again, with some good mine connections, MilkiCow can provide this massive connections. The army softened up. Mutas are quite fragile. There's some brutal connections. Marines us him in. MilkiCow, he will win this fight if everything's involved. If he has all the Marines, he will clean up all these mutas, unironically. But that's also why MiniZerg is going into Ling Bane, right? He's building up a supportive army as well. Not pure Mutalisk. My concern is that we have an infestation mid on the way. This is a sign of Hive Tech and Ultras. No shot we tech up into Ultras before ending the game, right? Like no no shot. We might take us all the way to Ultras, back. As Marines are being active, we have that one Widow Mine. MiniZerg is about to max out. He does have his infestation bits. Mine shot doesn't go off. Cleans out the Widow Mine. Here comes MiniZerg, he's maxed. Now, if MilkiCow connected with these, how many Widows does he have? 3, okay. no shot. Technically, if we get the juiciest mine connections, MilkiCow, he will still lose his third. But he might defend his natural, I suppose. As here we go, we collapse in. And MiniZerg pulls the trigger, shows some mine shots. They will not go off. Oof, brutal connections, or brutal engage, I should say. And no Widow Mine shots, we collapse in, and Marines are going to be going down, and MiniZerg, he's done a GG, gets called, and MiniZerg, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the next round and knocking MilkiCow out of the tournament. GG. GG, well played. Massive upset here as MilkiCow, he is out of the OSC Rising Star, and MiniZerg is in. MiniZerg, he does advance on into the next round. Big win here for MiniZerg. As we mentioned, MiniZerg, he's a lot newer to this level of play. He's a younger player. He's the underdog here and is doing well for himself. Again, he's been achieving better and better results over the past couple of months, slowly building up and slowly getting better, slowly improving. Been impressive. GG. GG, well played, as he does claim the series. Of course, MilkiCow a little bit upset towards the end there, but I mean, he was the favorite player, right? Straight up, like he's he was slated to win, gets knocked out. So GG, well played. And with that, we have our next series. We have our next matchup here. It is going to be another